And today we've got a very special guest with us. Perhaps you'd like to tell the viewers at home what's your name and what's your profession?
I'm Graham Robb. I'm the founder and senior partner of Recognition PR. We have around 67 business clients around the UK. They're small and large, but the large ones make it quite large. The combined turnover of these clients is £8 billion, and they employ 46,000 people.
See, and that's why I introduced you, because I could never have done that justice as I have. Okay, so we're going to talk about things related to EV today. So tell us, in terms of your experience with cars, are you still one of those petrol drivers? Have you converted to EV yet? How's the road out there for you?
I'm a little bit along the way. I have two cars. I have a Mercedes CLE, which I use on the motorways to visit my clients, which is petrol and hybrid, but it's not a plug-in hybrid. And I have a hybrid plug-in Range Rover Autobiography, which I tend to use at the weekends. It only does 30 miles on the plug-in, and it was one of the first plug-in hybrids that Land Rover did. So it doesn't have the fast charge; it has the smaller charge.
So you're one of these guys who've got kind of like a bit invested in the EV future world. How do you think it's going to rock out for you?
Well, of course, I'm a bit of a sucker, aren't I, now? Because I'm going to be double taxed with my hybrid car. I'm paying fuel tax, road tax, triple taxed, road tax, and I'm going to be paying for per mile. So I'm not very happy about that. But I was happy about having a Range Rover that I could drive without paying for petrol, and I did sort of assuage any latent guilt I might have about driving a big 4x4 and people saying that it was more noxious to the atmosphere when actually it's got electric as well. So I am agnostic about EVs, to be honest. I think that EVs are the future only because the politicians want them to be the future. I think that the petrol combustion engine is a pretty good proven technology, and I'm not as convinced about the way it affects climate change as everybody else. I'm not a climate change denier, but I think scrubbing the fuel emissions and I think the way in which efficiencies have been gained make it less of a threat to the climate, as people would say.
Yeah, and I kind of hear this all the time about the reason to switch to EV. Actually, me and my co-founder, we switched to EVs because we like the cars.
Yeah, that's a good reason.
Let's just look at that in a little bit, which is if you have a car and it's a petrol, diesel, or it's an EV, are you really caring which it is, whether it's a fuel or an EV? If you like it, it's the best, it has the best drive. That's got to be a good enough reason.
I'm actually with you. I think that's pretty sound, and I've enjoyed both. And my office car fleet is all EV. And once they're in an EV, my staff don't want to come out. Mostly that's tax, but it's not entirely. They are very nice vehicles to drive. They're fast off the mark. They are comfortable, and they're quiet.
Well, look, I think it's time for me to shut up here and maybe bring in the co-founder, because I'm sure he's got lots of questions for you. Lyndon, tell everybody about yourself first.
So, hi, I'm Lyndon, co-founder of ONEEV, an electric vehicle charging app designed with the consumer in mind. I'm interested that you mentioned you've got a hybrid vehicle at the moment, so you're half in, half out.
That's right.
In the EV world. So what will it take for you to go all in and convert to full EV?
Well, I think that it will take more charging points for range anxiety. It will also take me being able to fit a charger to my house. My house is a listed building and I can't get permission to fit the charger. So I use this charger that fits into the 13-mount socket for the small battery that works. And I tend to use chargers at Tesco's or wherever I see them. What is concerning me is the escalation in public charging costs. It is now the same in some charging posts, particularly on service stations, as buying petrol. So there isn't any price differential anymore. So I think what Tim was saying is absolutely right. It's about what is the best car. And at the moment, I'm enjoying my cars, but the best car might not yet have been invented for me. The EV changes are so dramatic now. The amount of range, the four-wheel drive Range Rover electric is coming to the market next year. That would be very interesting to see if EV Electric can actually deliver Range Rover performance. It's such a heavy vehicle. Very interesting to see.
Sure. So ONEEV is all about helping the consumer. You mentioned ranging anxiety. We hear that a lot in the EV world. What could an app like ONEEV do to help you with that range anxiety and take away that anxiety?
Well, the first thing, I've downloaded your app and I'm fascinated by it because I can see all the EV chargers around. So that's really, really helpful. And I'm sick of my phone being cluttered up with multiple apps. It's like parking, multiple apps for parking. Give me one, for goodness sake. And you're doing that. You're giving me one. So I think that's really helping my anxiety because I know where the chargers are going to be. I only hope they work because so many don't.
That's great. I think the other thing as well is you talk about lots of apps. You can actually now take them off from a security perspective with all your card details
That's right.
and your address details. You can literally remove them all now and just have ONEEV.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you very much for inventing it. I'm going to look forward to using it in the future.
That's brilliant. And look, I think we'll just keep listening to you as the driver and as the end user because we're not about the tech. We're all about the end user. So that's ONEEV.